Hello, superhero kids! It is time to read Iron Man and His Awesome Friends. Not so fast. Welcome to Dad's Read-Along Stories. It's time to armor up.
Hey, before it starts, let's say guys to Dad's Read-Along Stories. Do it good.
Iron Man and His Awesome Friends. Not so fast. On a beautiful morning, Tony takes his friends Riri and Sam outside to see his latest invention. Sam looks up and sees some rings in the sky, along with objects that look like targets. "That's cool, Tony," Sam says. "What exactly are we looking at?" "It's a flight obstacle course, Sam," Tony says proudly. "I call it the Iron Flobstacle Course." Riri and Sam both make faces at the sound of the word flobstacle. "I'm still figuring out the name," Tony says, "but you get the idea." "So how do we use it?" Riri asks. "All you have to do is fly through the hoops and hit all the targets as fast as possible," Tony says. "If you miss a hoop, you don't win." "If you miss a target, you don't win?" Riri guesses. "Yup," Tony says. "You got it." "You know what would be really fun?" Sam asks. "If we took turns to see who could do it the fastest." "I like the way you think," Tony says. "Let's armor up." Everybody at home say, "Armor up!" Good job. In a flash, the three friends change into their iron suits. Tony becomes Iron Man. Riri is now Ironheart, and Sam is Captain America. "Ready?" Iron Man asks. "I'm always ready," Ironheart says. "Game on!" Ironheart takes off, spinning through the obstacle course with ease. "I am speed. I am grace. I am Ironheart," she says. Aiming her repulsors, Ironheart hits each and every target. When she does, the targets light up green and ding, ding. Flying along, Ironheart approaches the last target. Unlike all the other targets, this one moves. "I better slow down if I want to hit it," Ironheart says. Easing back on her speed, Ironheart gets closer and closer to the target. She takes careful aim and unleashes a burst from her repulsors. Whoosh! The repulsors hit the moving target. "And that's how you do it," Ironheart says, landing next to Iron Man and Captain America. "Woohoo! That was fabulously fun," Ironheart says. "You were quicker than quick, Ironheart," Captain America says. "She was fast, Captain America," Iron Man agrees, "but let's see how fast I can do it." A moment later, Iron Man jets into the sky, ready to try the Iron Flobstacle Course himself. Flobstacle. Like a rocket, Iron Man zooms around the course, zipping through the rings and hitting targets with his repulsors. "Rock and roll!" Iron Man exclaims, having a blast. As he nears the moving target, Iron Man concentrates. "Going to have to slow my thrusters if I'm going to hit the target," Iron Man says. He does exactly that, and whoosh! Iron Man hits the target with his repulsors. "Nice flying, Iron Man!" Ironheart shouts. As Iron Man lands, he asks, "How about it, Captain America? Think you can go faster?" "Well, I do have this new speed power pack for my suit that lets me fly super fast," Captain America says. He shows Iron Man and Ironheart the blue disc on his wings. "So yeah, I think I've got a chance." "Don't forget," Iron Man says, "it's not just about going fast. You can't miss any targets or hoops either." "I'm sure I can do it. I'm Captain America," the shield-slinging superhero says. Now it's his turn to take to the skies. Whoosh! Cap flies into the air, his speed power pack leaving a blue trail behind him. He approaches the first rings and flies right through in record time. Then he activates his repulsors to hit some targets. Wow, Ironheart says. He's faster than both of us. Yeah, he is, Iron Man says. Go, Captain America, go! Captain America smiles at his friends as he zips through more rings and hits more targets. At last, he flies toward the moving target. How's he gonna do? This last target is moving, Captain America says. I better go faster to make sure I hit it. Pushing his speed power pack to its limit, Captain America goes faster than ever. Then he hurls his shield with all his might and misses the target. Oh no. The target turns red and gives a dull whomp. Catching his shield, Captain America lands on the ground near his friends. That was a great run, Captain America, Ironheart says, trying to encourage his friend. Thanks, Ironheart, Captain America says. Too bad I missed the last target. Iron Man nods. Yeah, that one is super tricky, he says. Maybe on this next turn, you should take your time to get a better shot. But it's a race, Captain America says. I can't take my time. I have to go faster, faster, faster. That last run was just a warm-up, Captain America says. I'm ready to try again. Taking to the skies once more, Captain America approaches the first target. He throws his mighty shield, but before it can hit the target, Vision appears. Look, it's Vision. The android catches the shield and says, Not so fast, Captain America. Iron friends, your help is needed on the highway. Ultron is causing trouble and traffic. The Flobstacle Course is going to have to wait. We need to stop Ultron, Iron Man says. All right, but I'm coming back for you, Flobstacle Course, Captain America says. Let's go, team, says Iron Man. The armored heroes jet into the air, flying swiftly toward the highway. Moments later, they arrive to see the robot Ultron hovering above traffic in his Ultron mobile. Before the Iron Friends can react, Ultron uses his Ultron mobile's giant claw to remove the engine from a car. Hey, says the driver, my car won't work without the engine. No, Ultron says, my engine now. Ultron, stop what you're doing, Iron Man says. Wait, what are you doing? I'm looking for the fastest engine on the road so I can put it in my Ultron mobile and make it faster, Ultron says. The Iron Friends see a huge bin attached to the back of the Ultron mobile. It's full to bursting with car engines that Ultron has taken from the cars on the highway. Pointing a device at the engine he just took, Ultron frowns. This engine is way too slow, he groans. Too slow, Ironheart says. That's a super fast engine. Not fast enough, Ultron says. Blast those human cars, Ultron moans. None of those slow, tiny engines have the vroom vroom my Ultron mobile needs. Well, he's getting mad. The Iron Friends vow to get all the engines back to their rightful owners, but Ultron won't give them up. You're not getting any of these engines back, the robot says. I stole them fair and square. Stealing is never fair and square, Captain America says. The Iron Friends fly toward Ultron to take back the engines, but the robot unleashes the claws of his Ultron mobile. The heroes swerve and soar to avoid the Ultron mobile's clutching claws. Meanwhile, Ultron notices that Captain America is flying particularly fast. He aims his device at Captain America's wings. The speed rating is very fast. His speed is off the charts, Ultron says. It must be that power pack on his back, making him fly so fast. That device is exactly what my Ultron mobile needs. Ultron directs one of the vehicle's tentacles to snatch the speed power pack away from Captain America. Hey, that's mine, Cap says. Stolen fair and square, Ultron gloats. Wasting no time, Ultron attaches the speed power pack to his Ultron mobile. Zoom! The vehicle takes off, leaving Iron Man, Ironheart, and Captain America behind. We can't let him get away, Iron Man says. But no matter how fast they go, the heroes just can't keep up with Ultron. Now that he has your power pack, he's too fast to catch, Ironheart says. Well, then we just need to figure out how to be faster, Captain America says. And I think I know how. Follow me. The Iron Friends retrieve their hoverboards just as they spy Ultron stealing all the prizes from a booth at a pier near the beach. Now that we have these hoverboards, we'll be fast enough to catch him for sure, Captain America says. The heroes take off, zooming over the hill after Ultron. But just as they're about to catch him, Ultron gets away. We just need to go faster, Captain America says, and I know just the thing. Captain America, all he cares about is going fast. Meanwhile, Ultron arrives at a nearby museum with his Ultron mobile. Not only has he stolen a ton of stuffed animals from the pier, but now he's taking art from a museum. To go even faster, Captain America suggests spreading a volleyball net between two lamp posts. Then they can slingshot off the net to catch Ultron. Whoosh! The heroes launch themselves at the robot, but Ultron speeds away before they can get him. Iron Man says that he loves going fast, but speed isn't working to catch Ultron. Maybe they need to try something different. Ironheart agrees, but Captain America says they just need to go even faster. With one last try, Captain America tells Iron Man and Ironheart to spin him as fast as they can, then launch him at Ultron. The heroes do just as Cap asks, but now the shield slinger is moving too fast. He bounces off of one of the Ultron mobile's engines. Now the Ultron mobile is out of control. The stuffed animals fly out of the Ultron mobile as the vehicle spins around and around. It spins so fast that it makes a whirlwind. It's going to suck us in, Ironheart says. Hold on, Captain America says as he grabs hold of a lamppost. The superheroes hang on as the whirlwind heads towards the city. Finally, the whirlwind sucks Iron Man and Ironheart inside, and they spin along with it. We're stuck, Iron Man says. The whirlwind's too strong for us to fly out. We need to stop the whirlwind before it reaches the city and makes a mess of things, Ironheart says. The speed power pack is what's making the Ultron mobile go so fast, Captain America says. If I can knock it off with my shield, the whirlwind will stop. I have to catch it to hit it. Bravely, Cap flies toward the whirlwind. Without slowing at all, he hurls his shield, but it bounces off some of the trash swirling around in the whirlwind. I missed, Cap says. I'm going too fast, Ultron says, whizzing by. Too fast. This gives Captain America an idea. Maybe if he slows down and takes his time, he can hit the power pack. He finally got it. Slowing down, taking his time, Captain America says as he lines up his shot and hurls his shield carefully. Slowing down, taking my time, slowing down, taking my time. Zing! The shield hits the speed power pack, knocking it off the Ultron mobile. The whirlwind stops, and Iron Man and Ironheart are free. Yes! The dizzy Ultron falls over, unable to get away. The heroes have won the day. Now the Iron Friends can go back to the IQ and try the Iron Flobstacle Course one more time. The end. Thank you guys so much for reading Iron Man and his awesome friends. Not so fast. I'm excited to keep reading Iron Man books with you. Please subscribe if you want to see more in the future, and I'll see you next time on Dad's Read Along Stories. See ya.